So a colleague asked me about Rhino 8. He had just installed it and he kind of couldn't get a feel for how to manipulate the toolbars and get it looking exactly the way he wanted it to look. As you guys know, a lot of this has to do with muscle memory when you're moving around an interface. You kind of want things to look the way you want them to look. So this is how you do it. It's a slightly finicky interface. Firstly, if you've been fooling around with this and you didn't get it quite the way you wanted to, a way to remedy that from the beginning is to type reset, hit enter, and then check these three boxes and hit OK. That'll ask you to restart Rhino and it'll come up looking exactly like this. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to come over here to where the O snaps are. I'm going to grab this, unanchor it, and I usually like to see those things at the bottom of the screen. That's just me. And if you look at this, it's actually two tabs. One is the O snaps and the other one is the selection filters. I actually like both of these down here. But what I'm going to do is when I grab the gray portion, the vessel that contains the tab, I can move them all around. If I grab a tab itself, I can actually pull one tab off another. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to grab selection filters, drag them down, and you'll see a blue bar up here. And if I release, it'll anchor it down at the bottom of the screen. So that's kind of the easy part. The next part is we're going to come back up here to OSNAP. And what my friend was doing is he was grabbing this tab, dragging it down, and it was trying to anchor as a tab, and he didn't like that. So what you have to do is grab this by or click on the gray bar, drag it down. And once one thing is anchored there, you're going to see this little nomenclature of little blue bars. And this is asking me, do you want me to put this at the bottom, at the top, or in the middle, or on the right or on the left? You'll see there's a blue bar on the right and the left. I'll put this one on top. And then I'll come up here and see if I can get my mouse to turn into an arrow, and then I'll kind of resize it. Now this is nice and collapsed the way I like it. And a lot of people like to anchor a bunch of tools on the left, right, bottom, wherever. Obviously, you'll be able to take those guys and resize them by doing this. But suppose you want a toolbar to be up there permanently because, like, normally if you're jumping from tab to tab, you got the tools up top and some blinking on the left. But if you want to anchor things permanently to here, the way to do that is you come over and you right click on the gray, click show toolbars, and let's say we want arc. I'll click arc. Oh, that anchored itself immediately. It actually did that because it's thrown it up here as a tab, and that's not what I wanted. So I'm going to drag this down. I'm going to grab the gray bar again and bring it over here. You see, as soon as I sort of get in the gray zone, it's saying, okay, what do you want to do? You want to put it on the side? You want to put it on the right side, left side, top or bottom? In this case, I'll put it on the bottom. So I'll click it there, and then I come up here and kind of resize that. And if I want to do another one, I'll click Show Toolbars. I'll do, let's say, Array. Oh, Array ended up as a tab again. So I'll pull that off, grab the gray bar, bring it over, lock that down there. Whoop, didn't do it. A little finicky. Lock it down there too. And you can do this any number of ways. You can do them left, right, top, bottom. I don't know if I pull this off. And I do this to the right. Yeah, so it'll do a kind of, portrait, tall portrait versus shorter portrait on the left. Anyway, that's how you do this. If you haven't seen this before and you're not used to it, it can be pretty frustrating, but good luck and happy rhinoing.